Yo, what's up, dude?
What's up, man? How are you?
Chilling. I'm doing pretty good. So you're new here, man. First episode ever on the Rogan and RuneScape.
First time caller, long time listener. No, I'm happy to be talking. Like I told you before, I've been listening for a while. Listen to all the podcasts. Totally randomly searched if there was a RuneScape podcast. There was like an RS3 one that wasn't great, but no, I found Rogan and RuneScape, and I was like, I'll listen to this guy. Don't really know him, don't know anything about him. But just like continue to listen because I was entertained. So no, happy to be on.
Wow, dude. Thank you, man. That's really cool. Like, I guess shout outs to Spotify for making it happen. And that's like, I don't know, it just always like excites me every time like there's someone new. Because it's just fun. I love meeting people and I love hearing different different perspectives and stuff. So thank you, man.
Likewise.
So I guess let's start out, man. What's your like RuneScape character name?
So my RuneScape character name right now is Practitioner, but misspelled. So it's like Practitioner, Practitioner. There'd be a T instead of a C. It was Arch S would be simpler. I know that's a lot, but yeah, that's what it is right now. And been working on that for like, I came back out with RuneScape Mobile, and I've been playing since like February of last year. So February 2019 till now is how long I've played.
Wow, dude. That's pretty sick. What type of well, actually, I got two questions. Did you choose Practitioner misspelled like on purpose because like was there a meaning behind that, or was like Practitioner taken?
Yeah, well, honestly, I'm a big fan of like trying to find the best one-word name that I can. Ideally, it would be a word that people knew and recognized, and I had negated. Again, like past tense of negate, still not a great word, but I got it. Then I went Arch S, one word, like arches, but I don't have any relation there as well. So then I did Practitioner. The thing is, I thought I had spelled it right. I was drunk when I did it, and I thought I spelled it right. It was totally wrong. There's no C. But that's what it is now, and I can't change it for another 25 days. So I'm stuck with it.
That's pretty cool, though, man. Yeah, I've seen you on the friends list, man. Arches, Arch S. So
exactly.
That's sick.
Yeah, but I played since like I started. This is one of the things I wanted to mention that I didn't know if this was like. I thought everyone on RuneScape had experienced this, but I started playing in like, I want to say 5th or 6th grade, which would have been about 2002.
Okay.
And I used to go to the public library to play the game. We used to all go to this public library, like crappy place, shitty computers. And everyone would go there. There'd be 3 computers and like 10 kids trying to log into their RuneScape accounts. And we were all just like scamming each other and stealing money from each other. But it was awesome. Glory days, I say.
That's cool, man. That's so in 2005, 2006 was kind of like when I started, but I was 26. So you were in 5th or 6th grade. That was 2002. So was that like the old school graphics or whatever, the blocky graphics?
Yeah, for sure. It was it was actually, I think at that point it probably would have been 3 years after the game actually came out. But I really don't I didn't think about the graphics and things like that back then. So I'm not like the best person to remember exactly what it was like, but I just remember what I was doing in the game.
What were you doing?
I have one
cow fields.
Yeah, so cows were a real thing, and it used to be like the cow hides used to be 125 GP each, untanned. Like that's 1,000 of those, 125K, and back then 125K was like a million GP was real money. Like today, that'll buy you like an hour of training, but that used to be legit. So I did the cows for a long time. The Myth Skimmy was like, might as well have had God Sword. That was like the best weapon in the game.
How's the well, I mean, I know it's been like it's a while ago now, but do you remember the like social life at all? Was there like a lot of people chatting and
Yeah, so I remember we used to go like Varrock Square was just popping, like thousands of people. There was no grand exchange or trade system, so everyone was talking to each other. But I remember mostly it was a combination of stealing items from people I knew in real life as much as I could. And like pretty much that was all I tried to do. And like I remember one time I actually stole like 300K worth of this black G armor from this kid I played hockey with. And his mom like yelled at my mom or like said that I did it. My mom was just like, I don't know what you're talking about, lady. Like, you sound crazy. Like a video game, stolen money. Like, don't worry about it. And nothing ever happened. I never got in trouble, but that happened. But it was pretty much like I would try at that time to get like Addy G armor or Addy T or Rune T or Black G, Black T. And I would pretty much get different pieces of that set and like trade it around all day. Just so back and forth, like trading it.
You were like a professional finesser.
Well, no, I was professional. I was like a professional loser. I was not winning these trades. Yeah, I did them. I did a lot of them. But I would start with like a piece of like the head and the shield and the legs, and then I'd end up with a plate body in like 6 hours of trading people. So I was not good at it for sure.
Kudos to your mom, though. You know, good looks on her part.
Had my back for sure since day one.
Nice. Did you ever talk to did the kid ever talk to you again? Did you see him in school? Like, was that awkward?
We didn't go to the same school, but I definitely saw him again for years after that. But like, I think we both kind of grew past that.
Good.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Yeah, if dude's listening, you know, give him a black plate body.
Yeah, right. So if he comes in the game now, I'll give him 10x what he had, and I won't even care.
That's funny. Maybe that encouraged him to just like grind full time.
Well, that's the thing. He was like one of those guys that was grinding and working, and I stole all of his hard work and grind.
Well, sometimes that's just how it goes, man. Especially when you're younger. That's
I was like 11 or 12, so I don't feel that bad.
Yeah, of course. That's funny though that his mom called your mom like that's like that video. I'll send it to you afterwards. Of I've talked about it before, where like there's like this old news broadcast talking about RuneScape. It was like top 5 times RuneScape was talked about on TV, and they had this.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Did you see that?
That shit was like a $10,000 though, or something, wasn't it? It was like a crazy amount of money.
Well, it was like this little 11-year-old kid named Timmy, and Timmy was like, his grandma was on there too. Like, you know, when Timmy's birthday would come around every year, we'd tell the whole family to give him money so he could buy stuff for the game.
Gold, yeah, Jesus.
Yeah. So he was like real world trading though, you know. So
yeah, no, fuck Timmy.
Yeah,
Timmy's a dick. Do you watch? There's a YouTuber called 25 Buttholes.
I've heard of him. Someone's brought it up, but I don't think I have.
Yeah, the guy is like, I don't want to meet this person. Like, he is the funniest guy I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. But he has this YouTube channel. He's up to like 60,000 subscribers now. Like, he has a lot of subscribers.
Wow.
But he's like really good. Does English robot voice, and he calls players like Timmys and Jimmys and stuff, and it's so funny. And that's what it's from. He goes, "Listen here, little Timmy."
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna have to check that out. 25 buttholes, not butthole.
Yeah, 25 buttholes.
Damn, dude. So, well, what type of armor are you running around with these days?
So I recently made a big change. So I started off my account. I leveled up like back in the day. I used to always play pures, like one defense pures, because like what I like to do in the game is PK.
Nice.
So I started off creating a one defense pure. I got it to like 60 attack, 80 strength, 80 range, 85 mage.
Wow.
And then I went to Zerker, which is 45 defense build. I did that for a long. I did the 45 defense build till like I was 1500 plus total level. Like I like that build. And then last week I just went to med level. So med level was like 70 defense, 75 attack, and then max everything else like Darrock's PK.
So you have max range and mage and stuff now?
No, so I'm working on maxing right now. I think I'm 105 combat. I think I'll max at 107. I'm 75 attack, 97 strength, 70 defense, 93 range, 74 prayer, and 95 mage.
God, look at you. Oh, what was your defense? Or
70.
what is 70? Okay.
And that's just so I can wear like the lowest defense possible to wear barrows and like all the other best armors.
So guess what? Craig, our recording bot, decided to be a little bitch again and disconnected. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Like, it happened yesterday. Maybe it's just a lot of people using it. But anyways, the bot disconnected, stopped recording. But don't worry, I got the second part right here. Craig, what the fuck, man? He did it again. He disconnected.
Craig, you bitch. What are you doing?
You little motherfucker.
Right.
I'm starting to think he's like starting to like have a mind of his own, like war games or something. He's like an AI that is, I don't know, thinking for himself. But
yeah, he shuts off when he realizes that the conversation's getting stale.
yeah, no, I think he's just jelly, bro.
Yeah, hopefully that's the case.
So we were talking about you're at 70 defense, so that you have the lowest defense level to wear Barrow's armor, right?
Yeah, so wear barrows and like bandos and like basically all the best armors in the game except for a handful of like boots and gloves.
Okay.
But yeah, it's primarily for Darok PKing. Like that's what my end goal. That's what I do the most.
So tell me a little bit about Darok PKing without me looking it up on YouTube.
Yeah, so have you used the Darok set in the game?
I have not. I'm pretty much just range.
Okay, so the Darok set is like a melee armor set. It's an axe and then a helmet, a chest, and leg piece. But the set effect is you hit higher with the axe the lower your HP is. So if you're like, and it can hit crazy high. So if you're like if you're 99 strength, 99 HP, and like 1 HP, you can hit somebody like 100 plus in just one axe hit. And the max HP is 99, so like that's a crazy hit. So you PK with that set, and basically it's worth a lot of money as well, decently amount. So like every time you fight, you probably risk like 3.5 million GP at least. So you just fight other people, and basically it's a fun way. I would look it up on YouTube. It's a fun way to PK.
That's what's up. I think shout outs to Sean Boy. I'm pretty sure it was Sean Boy. When I finished Desert Treasure, he like wanted, or he was like letting me test out my ancient magic or whatever at the duel arena. And I think obviously he let me win, but I was like, no, man, let's go full, like don't hold back. But he was explaining that like with his Darok's armor or whatever, that would be the case.
Yeah. Like it hits super high.
It doesn't do something with like defense too, where like the lower your health is, like does it have anything to do with like when you get a low health, it like you hit harder or you come back?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So like if the lower your the more HP you have missing of your like HP level, the higher the axe will hit. And the more defense armor it'll ignore. So like it just hits higher for the lower your HP is. So it kind of encourages you to risk keeping your HP lower when you're fighting someone, which also makes you more vulnerable to getting killed. But it's like a high risk, high reward PK set.
Nice, man. That's what's up. Very technical. Do you like wear that?
Very technical.
Do you like trick people? Do you like wear like bronze into the wildy and then switch to the Daroks, or?
No, mostly if I'm like gonna skull and fight somebody, I fight somebody else that's wearing the same armor set and doing the same thing. For the most part. Yeah, so just fighting a GA. But you definitely do a lot of money, and it is a little hard.
Do you stream or anything? Do you ever take videos?
No, I need to get a better setup. Like I have a shitty old laptop. So I definitely need a little bit better setup, but I would if I got good enough. There's just like the bar to be good at PKing and RuneScape, I think, is extremely high in my opinion. Like right. I do all kinds of PKing. I love to do Deep Wilderness and HPKing, and then I do Daroks and like all the other. I did Zerker PKing for a lot of time, but like it's just super hard. Like everyone's really good. Like you'll run into the occasional guy where you're like, I'm gonna kill this person without any risk, pretty much. But for the most part, like anybody who's out there fighting is very, very good at the game. And there's so many people that like skull trick and bait you. And I got baited last night and actually lost like 20, 30 mil in stuff.
Oh my God.
But the guy was like, it was a good bait. He got me really good.
What did he do? Or
do you know the lava maze, Telly?
someone was telling me about it, but no, not really.
So it's off the burning amulet, and it's basically like a midpoint. It's like everybody uses that telly. There are other tellies, but most people use that telly to go to King Black Dragon or Rev Caves, which is like two busiest spots probably in the wilderness. So you can camp at that telly point and like try to catch people and kill them, and usually you make pretty good money. But then occasionally, like other people will log in there and you have to fight them. But it's in level 45 wilderness, so the only way to run is to like go to the KBD lair and telly out. Otherwise, you're dead. But people come up there. Like this guy went up there, had an account that was risking a ton of money, but sculled, but acting super newbie. So you attack him, like try to get him, and I'm doing really well. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna kill this guy for so much money. He gets to a certain point on the map. And then, like, underneath him, his main logs in, which is, like, a max level 126 with dragon claws and full bandos, and comes running out and, like, claws you. And the whole time, like, odds are you're low prayer because you're attacking this guy for 30, 40 minutes, and you're not thinking about drinking your prayer pots or super restores. And this guy gets you and smites you and takes all your money. And that happened to me last night. And anybody that tells you that's dumb and it doesn't happen to them is a liar. Like, that was a good bait. It was probably dumb. It was probably really dumb. I definitely was drinking, but still, it was a good bait.
Hell yeah. Well played, little Jimmy.
Yeah, fair play, Timmy. It was fine.
That's pretty intense, man. That's got me thinking, like, I'm not even, of course, anywhere close to that level, but just to have two accounts, like, and to have it set up like that, that's actually pretty slick.
It's very slick. It was smart. I wasn't even mad. I just had that happen to me. I was like, damn, that guy's trying a lot harder than I am at this game. But you, like, I've looked up your levels. Like, you got to get on your grind, man.
Yeah, I know, man. I really do. Like I was saying, the whole, like, part of the day after I got off, for the most part, I chill with my cats for a little bit, but then I'm like sitting here editing, and by the time I'm done editing, it's like 8:30. So yeah. It's a slow grind, but I'm fine with that, and I know it kind of makes me a noob, but the reason I'm fine with that is because I don't want to burn myself out. Like, I want to kind of work on things a little bit at a time and be able to have content to talk about,
For sure. Do you play mobile a lot or no?
I used to, bro. When I was working for a different company than I am for now, or that I work for now, the dude I worked with didn't like do shit. So like the majority of the night, because we're doing night work, I literally could just sit and grind at my lower levels, or whatever, like with Blue Dragons stuff, and save spot them. But now, man, I can't play at work like that. So
and that's fair. I remember I actually talking about that on a previous podcast where you were saying like you were working with that guy and you just sit in the truck and play RuneScape or go to the bathroom and sit against the wall or whatever. Yeah, I remember that. I would say this, like the reason I bring up mobile is because like the only reason my account, like in the past, I'm not gonna lie, like the past year and a month, I've gotten a RuneScape account to a point I never ever got an account to before. Like never. I played for 12. I mean, I definitely quit for a long time, but I played for like at least 10 years and I never got an account anywhere near what this one is. And it's because of NMZ on mobile. And I definitely heard someone mention NMZ, but like you can just go basically AFK with your phone and click it once every 5 minutes and get millions of XP.
Dude, I'm gonna have to do that. That's gonna have to be the move. I'm gonna need to hop off the worms task, even though I made some progress on that today. But that seems like the move, man. Because I say that I don't want to like grind so that I have content to talk about, which is partially true because I don't want to burn out. But to be honest, it's really just a time thing. Like I just don't have as much time as I would like to. But if you say that Nightmare Zone is a great way to get a lot of XP, then I could look into that. While I'm watching Netflix or something. Just
yeah, I mean, I think like if you have it on your phone, I literally like keep my phone open and. Like, I'm busy too. Like, I mean, I have full-time job, like a fiance, and I do shit like that. But I just keep my phone open and, like, I go touch it every now and then. And, like, sometimes it misses. But I don't know. I'm getting you can just get a lot. Like even when I'm working all day, I obviously work a different job than you, so I think it lends itself to me doing this a little bit more. But like I can just keep my phone up next to me and like work all day on my computer and maybe touch the phone every now and then.
Okay, good. Because when you said touch it every now and then, I wasn't sure if you were talking about your phone or your penis.
Both, maybe. I don't know. How are you feeling?
Right, depends on the day. But yeah, dude, that's so funny that you're 100% right. Back last year or whatever, I would be able to just sit and put a jacket down on the floor in the bathroom and just fucking just grind it out for like 4 hours, man. It's pretty cool. But yeah, man. Do you use RuneLite at all? You still there, bro?
I do use RuneLite, yes. Mm-hmm. I said yes, I do use RuneLite. Can you hear me?
Cool. You were breaking up there for a minute, but I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, I was just saying I do use RuneLite. That's for sure.
I just got it like a couple days ago, and I'm working with all the what do they call them? Like configuring the widgets or whatever. I forget what the name is for those.
Yeah, they're like filters or whatever.
Yeah, it's cool, dude. That's a game changer too. Sorry,
it was
glass of kombucha right now. Shout out to GTS kombucha. But yeah, it's a game changer, dude. Because I was down in the Brimstone dungeon or whatever, and killing the worms, and like you just see the like how much GP each item is worth, and then the high alch value, which is like such a game changer. Because I used to waste so much time like with herbs trying to like figure out which herbs were worth money and which ones weren't.
And it tracks your like XP per hour, so you know how fit like what you're doing. Like basically lets you know if you're doing well or not. Like if you just click at the levels, it lets you know how much XP you've gotten in your login session, and like what you're doing, like if it's efficient or not, pretty much.
I don't know if I'd want to look at that. That might be a little depressing for me and see all the XP waste spent in the GE.
Yeah, trying to recruit people to come on the pod in the GE is probably not helping your XP gains.
No, man, and that is exactly what happens.
Yeah,
because I like to build a community, and I found that that's one of the best ways so far. I mean, but then again, you said you came from Spotify, so
yeah. So what made you? But like, what made you want to start this and do this kind of thing?
Let's see. So, mobile came out. I think was it October of last year.
I thought it was so. I thought maybe I didn't get it until February, basically. So it came out to me in February. Might have been earlier, but I thought it was like this, like January or February.
Yeah, I think you're
2019.
I think that sounds pretty accurate. But around that time, basically, my in real life buddy Migo Go, he was on the episode with Smoke Blunt, and when I was with my other buddy, and we were Shotgun and Bruise back then. But he told me about it, and Two Rings told him about it. Like, yo, you got to get mobile. RuneScape just released for that, and I was like, dude, no way. I've been wondering why this hasn't been, why it wasn't like possible for all these years. Because I mean, dude, there've been things like the PSP, the PlayStation Portable.
Oh, I had one, yeah.
Oh, I know, dude. Like, it could have been. I feel like that could have.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit was like the greatest game ever.
Well, did you hear about the Pandora's battery jailbreak that you could do for it? It was like this hack where you could you literally like one of the first hacks, you actually literally had to physically modify the battery and do some other shit and upload some boots and shit like that. But the PSP. Dude, one of the cool things about the jailbroken PSP is that it had an IR sensor. So, like, you could download this homebrew app on there that was a universal remote. So you could control any TV with your PSP. Like, that was one of the cool things.
That's kind of cool.
Dude, you could be in class, bro, and, like, they could be doing the Pledge of Allegiance in the morning, in high school, and then you could just like turn off the TV with your PSP.
The crazy thing is that's like literally what Google Chrome does now, and people pay money for that.
Yeah, Yeah, man. Fucking tech dudes, uh, tech whizzes always have the advantage, I feel like, in society. But really, okay, so yeah, mobile came out. I was playing that for a while, and then um, I've always listened to Joe Rogan Experience since like 2011 when he was on Ustream, and I saw there was a podcast that was reviewing the Joe Rogan Experience, and then I saw that there's a podcast for RuneScape because I was playing RuneScape and people were talking about like RuneScape YouTubers, so I was like, I wonder if there's a podcast that like talks about RuneScape, and I found OSRS Weekly, and I loved it. Listened to that. And then I was like, man, I think one of the thing that I enjoy the most about this podcast is how there's like multiple people and there's like a comedy element to it. So I was like, I looked into podcasting apps for the iPhone and I found that was possible. And that's pretty much how it all started. And I was doing it by myself at first. At first I was like fucking writing down notes physically in a notepad for Rogan and all that shit. But then eventually Luke Mack messaged me on iTunes, and I think he was the first person to really take it from a one person podcast to two people on there. And then we started talking about, I think, Discord once I got my laptop this December. So that's pretty much how it happened, man.
And I remember Luke Mack being like the first person I definitely heard with you. Like it was very, very early, like episode 3 or 4, maybe a little after that. Cause you did some in like the fall and then it waited a while until winter and then he joined quickly. But so is the editing process like a lot of time? Do you edit it a lot or is it pretty much conscious stream of thought, record it, upload it?
Well, it depends on the, I guess, the quality of the conversation. Usually it's not too bad. Usually it's just, record it through Discord, throw it in GarageBand. I add some compression, turn up the EQ a little bit for the low frequency and add some intro music. So I don't know, it could take maybe like 20 minutes or something like that, depending on if I need to go to, or, 15 to 20. Now that I've got it down, I could probably do it in like 15 or 20 or less. But if there's like things that I need to edit out, like when I was doing the VA China episode with Tangy Puss and he said some like names of his like ex-girlfriends and stuff.
Yeah, you're like, cut that out.
Yeah, that takes a little bit longer. And then like I was saying about last night's episode, I had to go through and edit out the echo. So things like that can take a while. But pretty much, man, if everything goes smoothly, it's not the audio editing that's a problem at all. But Luke Mack and I tomorrow are planning on discussing the video element to it. He's going to kind of enlighten me with some of the things he's found out about, I guess, OBS or some other programs we're going to use. And we might try to get the video rolling here soon.
That'd be awesome.
Kind of breaking up, bro.
If you get the video rolling, let me know. I'll let you know how to promote that YouTube channel because I'm big fan of video.
Yeah, I was doing like the robot voice for a minute, sounding like
quality on
like a robot tripping on Robitussin.
Jeez, is it any better?
Yeah, now? Yeah, you're golden now.
Okay,
what were you saying though?
Bad. I was saying, yeah, like let me know when you get that set up because I'll help you promote the YouTube channel. That's a passion of mine. That'd be awesome.
Wow, dude, that's amazing, man. That's really cool. Thank you, man. That's really cool. Yeah, yesterday actually I did something to the YouTube to where like now instead of like uploading in 3 parts, because it automatically uploads to YouTube through the podcast app that I use. So I don't even really touch it, but I just did something to where now it's uploading 45-minute episodes in one video rather than like 3 parts, which was just, it's a lot when you have like 50 episodes split up into 3 parts.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff.
But cool, man. Heck yeah. That's what's up.
So I think I threw like one more topic in there, but if you like, there's a lot. So if you want to cut it off, that works too.
Oh, well, we got about like 10 more minutes. You You want to talk about like some quests that you've been working on?
Yeah, I mean, we could also that or go through the new bounty system. If that's of
Yeah,
interest.
tell me about that, bro. Because I'm not really very familiar with it. I think I have it pulled. I think I have the news section pulled up right now.
That's perfect because then you can like verify what I'm saying because I read it earlier today, like real quick. So I'm curious what it actually says, but basically, like the new bounty systems. So bounty hunter, I assume you didn't do it like your account's levels probably weren't there yet, but it's like just like a PK mini game pretty much where you actually can make good money. It's a lot more fun than what we have now, which is just the PvP worlds.
Hmm.
But they took it out of the game because there was like a way to abuse it and farm a lot of money. And like I made a lot of money. You can make a lot of money, a lot of money. So they basically had to like take
Wow.
it out. They took it away. They want to release it. They said in March, but now it's going to be April, obviously at this point. But the way they announced that it's what the game is going to be and what it's going to consist of, there's basically like no way to earn any rewards that are valuable outside of Wilderness. So I don't know if you can look at like the rewards that are on there, but it's just not great.
Hmm. Well, I see here on March 30th, it was saying something about they removed the blighted shark reward and added the blighted manta ray and blighted anglerfish. But it was saying that they were having problems because there was an unacceptable level of rewards were being farmed by accounts that would cooperate with each other for quick kills. So the value was flooding into the game faster than.
Yeah. So exactly what you're describing, like what they're describing is before like what you got from the reward system were these bounty hunter crates and then points or points that you could buy bounty hunter crates and all these other rewards. But the bounty hunter crates basically was like, I think it was set, they upped it to 7 points per crate, but every crate you got was pretty much 150k worth of supplies. So it'd be like Sarah Brews, Super Restores, Manta Rays, like all these things that are in the game that you would either fish or farm
Sick.
were coming into the game, and it came in like you could farm points by just killing people you knew and letting each other kill each other. And people would have like bot farms set up that just literally were low levels that would just kill each other and get billions and billions of GP worth of points.
Wow.
So that's what they think. But like the idea with the blighted manta rays is that those manta rays that are designated like blighted will only be able to be used in bounty worlds while you're PKing. So that's basically taking all the value out of the game. So like if you want to do bounty, you only get rewards that work in bounty, which is not what people want because they obviously want to make money from doing that mini game.
Yeah, I mean that's completely understandable. And I wanted to play, like I wanted to check it out. Like once I heard it was being taken away, what are you like given like a name of a character and then you have to like assassinate him or something and find him?
It's so funny to hear it described that way, but I mean exactly, literally. That is an exact, very literal definition of it. I think that's a hilarious way to put it, but like yeah, you get assigned another player in the game that's somewhere in the wilderness, and you have to go kill them. And if you kill them, you get more points, and those points are used to buy those rewards. The old rewards were worth a lot of money, like too much GP to the point that people farmed them and like flooded a bunch of value into the game. And the new system is only going to get you points that buy rewards that can only be used back in Bounty Hunter. So they have no value to like the rest of the game outside of people PKing, which is the issue because like you PK because you want to make money. Like that's why people do it.
Yeah, like I don't want to just have a
If I
reward
risk.
it's silly. But I see. Do you know what Vesta's longsword is? I never even heard of that.
So that's the coolest part of it. It would be cool if it was a real Vesta's longsword that like could be traded outside, but what they're talking about is like a blighted Vesta's longsword. But basically, I don't know if you remember back in like 2007, might have been before, but I think it was like 2007, 2008. They came out with a PK reward that was a Vesta's longsword, which is like the best weapon in the game, pretty much. Just the spec attack was only 25%, and it was a longsword that you could poke people 4 times, and it hit like 70s or 80s max every time. So it's pretty much just a ridiculously powerful sword. It would be the most powerful PK weapon in the game if it was released. Like stronger than everything, like AGS, rapier. It would be the best.
That's insane because it looks relatively plain and boring, like the
Yeah, it looks
appearance.
like a
But
regular longsword, pretty much.
interesting, dude. Did you spend a lot of time on Bounty Hunter?
Yeah, I spent a decent amount. Like, so that's like if you look someone up and you see the rankings at the bottom where it has like the red skull and the white skull, that's like your bounty rating and how many people you've killed. And that's generally like how you see if someone was good at bounty or not. Because if they had a lot of kills, presumably they're pretty good at it. But I only had like, I don't know, maybe 80 kills, 75 kills total. Which is, it's not bad. Like, but I only got to play I only had my account ready to play that for like a month before it was taken away.
Hmm. Did you ever in your high school, did you ever have something called like senior what was it, senior assassins or something like that, where like you had a name of another senior and you had to like find them, like, or whenever you saw them in life, you had to like shoot them with a water gun.
No, I did not have that.
Yeah, I forget exactly what the name was. I think it was something like senior assassins or whatever, but like you had someone and when you saw them, like you had people were carrying around like water, like I forget what the name of them, but like these water blasters, whatever. And yeah, if you saw them, you'd shoot them like that. I'm sure by now they've changed the name of it.
Yeah, no. So yeah, senior assassin's not a thing where I went.
Senior assassin sounds like another name for coronavirus.
Yeah, like a new virus that's coming after it's Corona 3.0.
Speaking of that, man, are you staying safe, dude? Are you able to find like food and stuff in the grocery stores around you?
Yeah, I mean I'm good. I have a good setup, and then the grocery stores have been like we can get what we want. Like tonight we went and picked up pizza and stuff like takeout from a place. So we can still get food, no problem. I'm fortunate enough to like work in a job that allows me to work from home anyways.
Awesome.
I usually work in an office, but like my job could be done remotely anyway. So I do that now. And like same with my fiance. So like we're both lucky, but like I know a lot of other people, it's been really, really hard. Like I have family that has small businesses and it's not great. They have to like lay people off and all that. So I'm doing well. I don't know about everyone else. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I mean, with and good, man. I'm glad that you're able to keep on keeping on. But you know, with the whole electrical, you know, doing electrical work, people I guess still need, you know, for things to be built and power and stuff. So I mean, I'm
Yeah.
still working, but it's like really sad to hear like I talked with one of my friends that was working like as a cook, and he's saying his hours got reduced to 8 hours a week, man. And it's like,
Yeah.
like, God, I couldn't, like, I literally do not know what people are doing that are like, you know, if that happens to them and they're living on their own and savings or whatever, like I literally just, it's like a part of the world that's going on, but like I don't like it, you know, it's like it's weird. It's really weird.
No, I mean it's for sure true. And like you look at the jobless claims numbers jumped to like 10 million today, and it's all of those people. So it's definitely not good. I don't think it can go on for a prolonged period of time. If we're trying to give like some type of hope, I have kind of read, or I think that like the idea is that with the coronavirus, if things go back to normal or get back to a relatively normal, like all of those people who lost jobs, the job will be available again. Because, you know, hopefully we'll get back to like where we were, so people will have jobs, which is different than what the recession in like 2008 was, where like jobs were gone and they were like fully gone. But with that said, you know, companies are definitely going to take a long time to recover from this. So we'll see what happens. But hopefully it's good.
Yeah, I saw on the news that because my grandparents stay watching the news, man. I can't fucking make it. I can't go into the kitchen and make dinner without seeing.
Are they big Fox News watchers or
Fox? Yep, Fox.
Yeah,
you already know, man. You already know.
Yeah, I love it.
But yeah, they were saying that there's like the unemployment rate is higher than during the Great Depression, and I'm like,
yeah, that's fucked up.
Dude. But I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's not true. Like technically, I think it's like, well, actually no, because what I was thinking of is wrong. I was gonna say like if there's 10 million jobless claims, that's less than like, so 10% would be 100 million. There's 350 million people in the country. That's like a 2 or 3% unemployment rate, which would be pretty good. But there's all those unemployed people who were unemployed plus the new 10 million. So like, all right, my numbers don't make sense.
Well, I mean, it is also Fox News, which is also the media, and I don't
the most trusted source of news.
Right, self-proclaimed. I'll tell you one thing though, man. I've jumped into the stock market now for the first time in my life, like with just little, not I'm not balling out with like buying hundreds or thousands of dollars worth of stock, but I'm buying little bits.
It's a good time.
Hell yeah, man! Fucking airlines and cruise ships.
Okay, wait. So I remember you actually last podcast talking about the airlines. They were talking about that. Mm-hmm. It's true fact. Great time to buy. The one buy that I have right now, like, I don't know if you listen to. There's a lot of like podcasts, but like the Robin Hood Daily one. They do like the disclaimer. I'm not like selling this or making investment advice, but I am right now. If you want to buy like airlines, buy Boeing stock. So like Boeing stock right now is at all-time lows, like 30, 40, 50-year lows. And it's a combination of like coronavirus, obviously, and then they had a huge, I don't know if you heard any news about like the recalls on the Dreamliner 737s.
Good God, they have recalls on a fucking plane.
On like the biggest and most expensive, best plane they made, they sold a ton of them. And the second they came into commission, it's a brand new plane. It's like a huge, huge plane. It's called the Dreamliner 737. And they came out with it anyways, had problems. So they have like all of these penalties they have to pay to all the companies that bought them, so all the airlines. And they're basically going to make no revenue this year, which is why their stock is like basically a penny stock now. It's like $8 or something. It's so cheap.
Wow,
but if you think about airline manufacturing, there's only 2 companies on planet Earth that make airplanes. There's Airbus and Boeing. So if you think that things are going to get better and the world's going to go forward, like, and we're going to need planes, Boeing's not going anywhere. They're the only people who make planes.
Right.
And they make the best planes. There's only Airbus from France and Boeing from the US, and that's it. There's nobody else that makes planes.
Smart guy. Hell yeah. Well, you heard it here.
Buy Boeing. Yeah, buy Boeing. I'm long Boeing.
Hell yeah. I'm actually, as soon as I hop off, I'm gonna look at that. Look at the stocks, probably put in a little bit. But man, fucking the timer just went off, so we're basically hit the 45 minutes. That flew by, dude.
For sure. Yeah, that was fast. It was fun though. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. No, thank you, bro. Thank you 100%. Like, this is what that's what I look forward to, when I'm at work every day is, I'm in talking to cool people and trying to grind as much as I can at RuneScape. So thank you for coming on. Would you possibly want to do another one in the future, maybe this week or something?
Yeah, definitely. I'll be around. I'd love to. No, seriously, that was super fun. Like you said, anybody have like interest, like that's a good time to just get together and talk. So yeah, if you're doing it in the future, I'd love to.
Awesome, bro. Well, thank you again, and peace, bro.
Peace, man.
Oh. No, that was Craig. Stop long, man. Oh. Hey, shut up. Just don't speak. Call a lawyer. strictly. Do you have any explanation for this? Dude, I'm really about to go to Smoothie King. Y'all want a smoothie?